I am a budding professional sports bettor. For those of you that don't know what that is, that's when you place money on the outcome of sports. So night before last, I was praying to God. I was like, yo, God, I want a 5-pick sweeper. For those of you that don't know what a sweep is when all the picks that you make become right. They play out the same way that you predicted and you get everything that you picked right. So night before last, I'm praying to God for this sweeper, this 5-leg sweeper, and I go to sleep. So the next morning, I wake up and I'm watching a YouTube video. And it was by That Was Epic. And in this video, he's giving people Rolexes. And it was just a feel good, happy video. And I'm like, yo, this is something. Every time I watch this video, I'm like, yo, this is something I want to do. Just make a lot of money and just be able to give it away to people. And in this video, it shouldn't have meant that much, but it stood out. One guy that he gave a watch to was wearing a Rays baseball jersey, and that is a baseball team. And I saw it, I'm like, okay, cool, the Rays. I noticed I liked that jersey before. Looks nice. And then probably say a couple more minutes into the video, there was another guy wearing a Royals baseball t-shirt. And when I saw that, I was like, bruh. I stopped. I'm somebody that's big, very big on signs and repeating things. And when I see them, I'm like, okay, they gotta stand out. They gotta mean something. So when I saw those two things, when I saw the Rays and the Royals jersey, I'm like, all right, this might mean something. Especially after I just asked God yesterday for a sweep, this might mean something. 2 baseball jerseys in one YouTube video within a minute of each other. This might be something noteworthy. So as yesterday goes on, I'm outside catching some sunlight and I'm breaking down the slate, which means I'm going through all the baseball games and I'm picking based off of my analysis what my bet will be. And honestly, yesterday I wasn't in the best mood. I was under attack. I feel like the spirits, the energies, the demonic energies are really trying to get me up out of my character. And I didn't want to go outside, but God was like, get up and move. And I obeyed and I went up and I got outside. I went to a park. While I was at the park, there was these kids playing by me. And I remember I was like pissed off because I wanted to be by myself. But then I turn around and I look at one of these kids and he's wearing a Mets baseball t-shirt. I'm like, bruh. So I go and look at the slate and lo and behold, Rays is on there. The Royals are on there. And the Mets are on there. I did make a side note of that, but as I'm continuing to break down the slate, I'm still getting I'm upset. Like, my mood wasn't the best. And I'm upset that I'm not getting any definitive, confident answers. And I'm like, okay, the baseball game's about to start. It's getting closer to time. I have no answers. I spent the last 3 hours and I want to spend this time and not make anything from that time. So I'm like, you know what? Something just hit me and said, just this bet on what it is that I saw. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do that. There was 15 games. And I said, you know what? I'm just gonna bet on the 3 that stood out to me, which is the Rays, the Royals, and the Mets. And lo and behold, without doing any further analysis, just blindly believing in God, those 3 picks that I made, they hit me. Those 3 picks that I made, they actualized. And the way God works is how I knew it was him. He came in the last second. The Royals, they needed 5 for my pick to play out right. And in the ninth inning, these guys were at 3. I got out the shower, I turned on the game, and I'm like, oh my God, these guys need 2 runs. And then they do it right in front of my face. They scored the last 2 runs to just hit 5. And after that, they scored no more. And I'm like, yo, God, I had no other choice but to be like, God, you're a wild boy, bro. Like the way you work, the way you come in at the last second, the way you just speak to say, yo, just be faithful, have faith, ask for what you want, and believe that it's done, and he will come through. God is insane.